Hello, everybody. Yes, that's my microwave behind me. Just ignore it. This had the best lighting in my apartment. I have limited options. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not wearing makeup. And there's a reason for that. Today, I'm going to go over the different stages of my makeup identity or style, if you will. I've seen other YouTubers do this, like how I did my makeup in high school or middle school. So I thought, why not jump on that bandwagon, even though it's an old challenge? I'm here, I might as well. So we're going back to my first experiences with makeup. I think a lot of little kids like play dress up. So I would always like wear my princess dresses around the house, and I had something kind of like this. It's like a kid makeup palette kit thing, if you will. It wasn't this exact one, but it's like it. Here, I'll open it and show you. How do I open it? Open sesame. This was a lot easier when I was a kid. Open! Damn, why is this so complicated? Just, oh, I broke it. Fuck. So like inside you got this like warped little mirror and some lip gloss and some eyeshadow and more lip gloss. And it comes with like these spongy little thingies here. I had one that was in the shape of Sailor Moon's face. And I freaking loved it. I used it all the time. It had a weird smell and it tasted kind of funny because you're a kid, you taste your makeup, clearly. You gotta test it out. I don't know, there's probably all sorts of toxic shit in that, but I loved it. So this was like for dress up, and I always had a go-to look every time. Like even though there's these various colors, I always had to have the blue eyeshadow. Like that was my look. You get this little spongy piece of shit. It looks almost like a Q-tip, but it's a sponge. That blue, And I wouldn't do it like your traditional way, because I was a kid, I didn't know anything. I'd do it all the way up to my eyebrows. I didn't blend, I just smudged it on. The thicker and bluer, the better, to match my gorgeous blue eyes. Blending? Who does that? Nobody's got time for that. Almost done. There we go. The other part of my look is bright red lipstick. So my mom actually, I remember I was about 4 or 5. She had this like orangey reddish color that she just gave to me. And it was just purely for dress up. Maybe she bought it for herself and didn't like how it looked, I don't know. But it was mine. I don't know why, but I didn't like thick lips. I thought the thinner and more cartoony, the better. So I would purposely like go like, Yep, the thinner the better. Gotta look like an anime character. That's probably what I was trying to emulate. I was probably trying to look like Sailor Moon as far as the thin lips. I was obsessed with Matilda. Like I would watch that movie on repeat. And she had like the page boy with the bangs, which I'm not cutting bangs for this video, but I was rocking it. And because she always wore a ribbon, I had to wear a ribbon or headband. I learned how to tie a bow just so I could do this. So imagine this, but with bangs. And that was my look. 4 or 5 years old, yay me. All right, so we're skipping on to the middle school years. The late 90s, early 2000s. Such a confusing time. So I was around 12-ish, 13, and I became obsessed with my eyebrows. I was doing the whole like Instagram eyebrow stuff before Instagram existed. My family would even make fun of me. It was before everybody else was concerned about their eyebrows. I don't know what was wrong with me or how it started. I would use actually eyeliner, but I don't have the eyeliner that I used then. I think it was, again, my mom's ditched makeup that she gave me. Blending still doesn't exist yet for me. And I'd always have my arch further than it was. My natural arch is like around here. No, we're gonna have it over here. Like I would make it so dark, and my mom would always tell me, Julia, you're gonna regret that someday. And I'm like, no mom, this is who I am. That was it. I didn't blend it, I didn't shape, just these things. I wouldn't wear blush or concealer or any of that. I was only 12, like let's be real. I did love me my lip gloss though. There were 2 colors I used. either bubblegum pink or this dark brown. It was called like mocha, mocha brown or whatever. It even tasted like coffee and I loved it. So it was kind of similar to this color. Let's just put it on. Honestly, it was a little dark for a 12-year-old. My mom was pretty liberal with this shit, thanks. So like I had gotten over my thin lip things, but I wasn't aware. I have a Cupid's bow. So I would just go like straight over it, like that. And that was that. I didn't wear blush, concealer, just bubblegum pink or this like coffee brownish color and weird eyebrows. And of course, because this is the 90s, is it really the 90s without hair clips? No. And did we part on the side? Bitch, no we didn't. It was straight down the middle. Hello, middle part. And it had to be as flat as possible. Like I would purposely like smooth it over and even like hairspray it or gel it. It had to be flat. Like no poof, just this. Kind of funny, hair clips are coming back in style. Like these little thingies that like snap. I would always have one right here. And then another one, it'd usually be a different color, right here. Again, the flatter, the better. Also chokers. I really loved these stretchy chokers. So when they started coming back in style, you bet your ass I bought several. Hello 90s, early 2000s. This was my look. It was another look my mom told me, Julia, you're gonna regret that someday. And I was like, you don't know me, Mom. This is my self-expression. Mom, you were right. It's kind of funny, the older you get, the more you realize your mom was right. It's very frustrating. And then you slowly morph into her. Yeah. So this was the look. So when Lord of the Rings came out, I was obsessed with Lord of the Rings. I ditched the hair clips and would try to like do the little elvish braids, still parting in the middle. I would take these top parts here and I would braid them because I had to look like an elf. My hair was also, by this point, very long. It was like almost to my butt. Again, trying to look like an elf. Like I loved Arwen, I wanted to be Arwen, but in love with Legolas instead. Now we gotta do the other side, little braids. So then I'd take the braids and then tie them back like this. So it'd make like a little braid crown. But imagine that, but with like really long brown hair. My second choice for hair around that time in my Lord of the Rings phase, I used these babies. I would have like little string bang thingies up here, one on each side, extra chunky. And I'd take it, twist it, and clip it. Boom. This was a look though. Now my hair again was super long, so I actually did have hair like coming down. But from the front, it looked the same. This was a look. Now we're jumping forward to high school, particularly my freshman and sophomore year. My hair was still very long. It was past my butt. Like I was known as the girl with long hair in high school. I ditched parting in the middle. I would like do like half up, half down. I'd like go from here and take some hair and tie it up. There we go. So imagine this, but hella long. That was it. For the eyebrows, I did tone it down, but I was still super into them, and I still used eyeliner for my eyebrows. I think I thought eyebrow pencils and eyeliner were the same things, which in retrospect, I don't know where I got that idea from. But I did learn where my arch is, and I did tone it down. But I was really into making them thin. Dark, but thin. I didn't want to overdo the arches because I thought that would make me look like a... Did I blend them? No. Blending still didn't exist yet. I did start wearing a tiny bit of concealer and then using my fingers, I would like blend it down towards my cheeks. No primer, no foundation. This is high school, y'all. Yep. And then with the same pencil I used on my eyebrows, I would do very light eyeliner. On the top and bottom, I go all the way to the corner. I always hated mascara, and I still low-key do. I don't like it when it gets gunky or if it runs. I've always lived in the South, so if you get hot and sweaty, it's gonna smudge and look weird. But I did want to accentuate my naturally long lashes, like they're quite long. So I would like take a little bit of mascara and do my tips. Some of y'all are really gonna cringe when I do this, but the next step for my mascara is I'd get my fingers and kind of like stroke it to try and get rid of the chunkiness. Because I didn't want people knowing I was wearing mascara. Then the next step was blush. I didn't wear foundation. I didn't know what bronzer was. I would just put a tiny bit of blush on the apples of my cheeks. That was probably when I first started realizing baby blending is a thing. Did I go beyond that thought? No, not really. Then for my lips, I would do like a very neutral color. This was my idea of the no makeup look. I thought no one would know. It's all me, baby. Voila, high school Julia. Moving on to the next stage of my life. College, which was a whole new experience for me. I started learning new things like what bronzer is and blending's a thing, and oh my god, eyebrow pencils. That's different from eyeliners. What? So the first step, I still stuck with my concealer underneath my eyes. I didn't discover makeup brushes for stuff like this until like just junior, senior year. Keep in note, college was not that long ago for me, y'all. Again, using the ring finger, blending down, but this time I'd also get the edges of my nose because I always felt insecure with my nose, so I thought it would look smaller if I like put some concealer on the edges of my nose. The next step, I discovered powdered foundation. Now, I've never been a fan of foundation. I don't like the feeling of it, but if I'm going out or want to look nice, yes, I will wear it. But we're talking my everyday look in college. So I'd get like the powdered foundation and put it over my concealer. Did I use primer before all this? I didn't even know what primer was. Yes, that's what I would do. I'd go over my eyes because I thought I'd be setting in that concealer. Oh my god, I got powder everywhere. Jeez, why did I do that? So I finally discovered bronzer, which for someone as dead-ass pale as me, that's probably a good thing. I would just go in there under, like on the cheekbones, blend it through. Not horribly different from what I do today, to be honest. I also discovered blending. I should also point out I had bangs again at this time. I don't know why. I'm just gonna part it the way I normally do because I just imagine bangs. My hair was a little shorter, I was a redhead, and I had bangs. So I discovered eyebrow pencils. Pretty dope. I'm like, oh, this makes more sense. That's what I did with my eyebrows. So better, but still needed some help. So after I do my eyebrows, I would do the eyeliner. I almost always use the pencil. I knew blending, but I did it with my finger. I would just blend it like this. I didn't like eyeshadow, so you guys are really gonna cringe over this. I'd get that pen and like do a line like right here on each side. I wish I was joking. And then I'd blend it for like a basic smoky eye, but not really. My lips, I actually did experiment with different colors. I had fun with that. But I do remember it was actually this specific color I liked. It's Revlon Cherry Blossom. I really liked this, and I still have it today. I thought it was fun and it popped and it went with a lot of my outfits, and I had bangs. Actually, you know what? There, that kind of works. I didn't have side bangs though. I think I've come a long way in my progression. I'm still not the best, but I've improved. I learned how to use foundation properly. I know primer. I can do basic contouring. I've grown. This was a work in progress. All right, just cut me some slack. We all have to start somewhere. I love makeup. It makes me feel pretty. I do it for myself, not others. It's a fun way to express myself. So it has improved. And you've seen in my past videos how I wear my makeup. So it's better. So that was my video. Thanks for watching. Bye.